What would happen to your client if they or one of their colleagues became disabled? If they're a sole practitioner, would their caseload go unattended? If they have colleagues and they can transfer the work to them, would the work pile up on their desks, or would it be transferred to another colleague or a paralegal? It's hard to imagine that their caseload wouldn't be affected. To address these uncertainties, ProAssurance has developed a unique policy endorsement, Practice Guard, which is added to all LawyerCare policies for attorneys working at least 20 hours per week. In the event of an accident or sickness resulting in disability of the lawyer, Practice Guard will reimburse for certain related expenses. These include the costs of finding, hiring, or contracting with a replacement for a period of up to 12 months. ProAssurance is the only lawyer professional insurance company to include this coverage, and it is included at no extra cost. There is no extra paperwork or medical exam required. Practice Guard gives your clients more control, just what they need during these difficult times. Many LawyerCare insurers have benefited from the Practice Guard endorsement, receiving reimbursements which have helped them keep their firm alive so that they can focus on their recovery. Why does ProAssurance provide Practice Guard at no additional cost? It's all part of their commitment to make sure your clients are treated fairly. There are 4 coverage parts to the Practice Guard endorsement. 2 sections respond to total temporary disability of the insured person due to accident or sickness. 1 section responds to accidental death of the insured person, and the final section responds to the permanent total disability of the insured person due to accident or sickness. All payments are made to the named insured, which could be a sole practitioner or law firm. The first coverage part, business overhead expenses, provides reimbursement for certain costs incurred to keep the law firm operating. Coverage ends when they hire or contract with an individual. There is a waiting period of 60 days for this first coverage part, and benefits do not accrue until the insured attorney has been disabled for 60 days. The second coverage part is covered expenses. This part covers cost to find and hire or contract with a replacement for the disabled attorney. Several of these categories are lump sum reimbursements for items like search firm fees, advertising costs to find a replacement attorney, or legal fees associated with an employment contract. In addition, monthly reimbursement is provided for actual payroll, employer taxes, and employer health care contribution costs paid to or for the benefit of the replacement individual. This coverage is also subject to a 60-day waiting period. However, once the 60-day waiting period is reached, reimbursement is provided for covered expenses incurred since the insured attorney became disabled. The third coverage part addresses accidental death. If an insured attorney suffers an accidental death during the policy period or subsequently dies from an injury suffered during the policy period, a lump sum equal to 50% of the unused portion of the endorsement benefit available at the time of the accidental death will be paid. The final coverage part addresses permanent total disability. In the event a disabled attorney is unable to return to work 14 months after the disabling injury or onset of the disabling illness, a lump sum equal to 50% of the remaining limit of the policy will be paid. The basic coverage limit is $60,000 per insured attorney, up to a $300,000 maximum limit of liability per policy period, depending on the size of the law firm. So, if an attorney covered under the policy suffers an accidental death or permanent total disability, and they have already been reimbursed $30,000 for business interruption and covered expenses, $30,000 is left unspent. The lump sum payment would be 50% of the remaining $30,000 for a total of $15,000. When reviewing the Practice Guard endorsement, you will notice an important benefit regarding pre-existing conditions. The great majority of automatic insurance offers in the healthcare and disability arena include a 24-month pre-existing condition exclusion. This means if an insured person has suffered any injury or illness in the past 24 months, any disability resulting from the injury or illness is not covered. This exclusion is common in the insurance marketplace. The Practice Guard endorsement addresses this issue differently. When your client has been continuously insured for a period of 24 months, the pre-existing condition exclusion is waived. It's important to note that as lawyers and law firms shop their coverage and move from one carrier to another, the 24-month time period starts over. Attorneys who stay with LawyerCare through a ProAssurance are rewarded for their loyalty. Once the 24-month period is over, they have coverage for pre-existing conditions. With Practice Guard, your clients also have the option of purchasing higher limits. As I mentioned earlier, the endorsement provides a basic limit of $60,000 per insured attorney up to a $300,000 maximum limit per policy period, depending on the size of the law firm. Your clients can purchase an additional $60,000 limit per insured lawyer, provided the attorney is under the age of 65 at the time of purchase. This higher limit can be added when the LawyerCare policy is first bound or at policy renewal. Whether a law firm consists of one or many lawyers, serving clients and meeting deadlines is critical. With Practice Guard, attorneys can rest easier, knowing they'll have additional financial support to help keep the firm running if a lawyer becomes disabled. With no special paperwork or medical exams needed, Practice Guard is easy to obtain. The Practice Guard endorsement is not available in every state. Like any insurance product, coverage is subject to the endorsement wording. You can request a copy of the Practice Guard endorsement from your underwriter. Thank you for taking the time to learn about the Practice Guard endorsement to ProAssurance LawyerCare policy. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact your underwriter.